My name's Beth, and today I'm going to be doing my winter book haul. This is like a giant collection of books that I've been picking up and collecting since my fall book haul, and I am kind of ashamed to say that I have 38 books here to show you today. I don't think that's cutting down my book buying at all. However, just to justify this, my book buying is going to be stopping for like a really long time because I have way too many unread books, and in 2015 my goal is to cut down my TBR pile as much as possible. So I'm going to either try to only buy like 1 or 2 books per month that are either like new releases or I need them to finish a series, or I'm going to try to buy like 1 book for every 2 or 3 books that I read. So I'm going to be drastically reducing it. So again, this whole like seasonally book haul is going to come in handy. However, that's enough talking, and since I do have so many books, I'm not going to be telling you like what they're about. Most of these are really popular books, and if you want to know more, or if you want to see a review of any of these once I read them, let me know down below, and I will try to help you out as best as possible. So I have these broken into 4 different sections. So I have like complete trilogies. All of them are complete trilogies that I've bought. The second, I'm not really doing it in this order, but the next section is books that are part of a series that I either own the first couple of books of, or they're just like random books of the series that I got on cheap. The next one are books that are either like the first book of a new series or standalones. And then the next section after that is celebrity books. So I'm going to start with the celebrity books because I only have 3. However, I ended up going to Chapters and I found all 3 of these actually. The first one is Grace's Guide, The Art of Pretending to be a Grown-Up by Grace Helbig off of YouTube. And just skimming through this book is hilarious and amazing. The next book I got is Neil Patrick Harris Choose Your Own Autobiography. This is really like a choose your own adventure style book, and it's awesome too. I've really only read like 5 pages of each of these, but it's still really great. And then this is the book that I'm currently reading, and this is Revolution by Russell Brand. So those are the 3 celebrity books I picked up in this past few months. So next I have the books that are either standalones or like first books in a series. So what we have Twin Maker by Sean Williams, The Other Normals by Ned Vizzini. I read it's kind of a funny story by Ned Vizzini earlier last year and absolutely loved it, so I really wanted to pick up something else by him. We have Parallel by Lauren Miller. We have Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Roche. 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. The Young Elites by Marie Lu. And The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. So all of these are just like, well, most of them I've heard really good things of on YouTube, and most of them actually I got on Book Outlet for really cheap. Some from their Black Friday sale, others just browsing and shopping through. So I guess next I will go on to the books that are like parts of a series that I already own, or just random pieces of a series that aren't the first book, if that's a fun title. So first, I realized after I bought these 2 that I didn't actually pick up the first book, but both of these books were on Book Outlet. I think both together came to like $8, and they're both hardcover. They're both really good quality, and they're really nice books. So I got Fragments by Dan Wells and Ruins by Dan Wells. This is book 2 and 3 in the Partials sequence. So I need to pick up Partials and I will be able to read these. Next, I picked up Perfect Lies by Kiersten White. This is the sequel to Mind Games and the conclusion to that duology. Next, I picked up Altered by Jennifer Albin. This is the sequel to Cruel, and I believe it is the second book in a trilogy. I picked up Frozen by Aaron Bowman. This is the sequel to Taken and the second book in a trilogy as well. Next, I picked up Pandemonium by Lauren Oliver. This is the third book to the this is the sequel to Delirium and the second book in the Delirium trilogy. This one, I don't even own any of the books in the trilogy or the series, and I haven't even read the first series that goes with it, but this was just such a good deal. And that is Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan. I think I might have already hauled this one. Next, I picked up Once We Were by Kat Zhang, and this is the second book in the Hybrid Chronicles. The first book is, oh my goodness, What's Left of Me. I'm not sure if this is a duology or a trilogy, but I don't even own the first book yet. Next, when I was in chapters, that scared me. Next, when I was in chapters, looking around, I noticed that this beautiful book was on for $5.99, and I picked up the first book for $5.99 as well. And these are really popular books. They're really big books, and this is Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. That's right. And this is the sequel to Daughter of Smoke and Bone. And yeah, so found that, realized I should probably buy Dreams of Gods and Monsters to complete the trilogy, so I'm really planning to read this whole trilogy in 2015 as one of my, series to complete. Next, I bought Sever by Lauren DiStefano. This is the third book, I believe, in the Chemical Garden trilogy, and I don't own the first two, but this book was on sale on Book Outlet for $3. It's really nice hardcover, so this is another third book in a trilogy, and I don't own either of the first two books, but again, really cheap, nice quality. And that is Ignite Me by Tahereh Mafi, and I've heard so many good things about this series that I figure I will pick up this one when it's on cheap, and I will just find the second and first book when I can, and just read them all. And the final book in this section is The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey. This is the sequel to The Fifth Wave, and I believe the second book in the trilogy, I want to say. So finally, we are at the section of books that are complete trilogies, and I have 5 complete trilogies here, so yeah. I am not going to go into detail about these ones, because I believe all of them are ones everyone has heard of. So first we have the Everneath trilogy by Brody Ashton. That is Everneath, Evertrue, and Everbound. I believe in that order. Next we have the Grisha trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. So that contains Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and Ruin and Rising. All of these books were, I believe the first 2 books were on Book Outlet for so cheap, and the third was on Amazon for $14. So, next, we have the Tempest trilogy by Julie Cross. So that is Tempest, Vortex, and Time Storm. I love these 2 covers, and then they, Next, we have the Darkest Minds trilogy. So we have the Darkest Minds, Never Fade, In the Afterlight. So I've heard so many good things. I'm so excited to read those. And finally, we have, I can't even hold books up anymore, the Legend trilogy by Marie Lu, which is Legend, Prodigy, and Champion. So those were the 38 books that I bought within the past, 3 months. And I am not even going to try to pick them all up at once. So, yeah, I will make a little pile and pick those up and try to get that as my thumbnail. But, yeah, other than that, I got a lot of reading to do. However, 2 weeks before I started all this crazy buying, I just purged my bookcase and little bookshelf, and I got rid of a total of 50 books, and then I added on 38. So technically, I'm still 12 books ahead. However, I have way too many books to read, so I need to get on that. So until next time, in the comments below, let me know what you are planning on reading, or if you have read any of these books and what you think of them. And until next time, I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!